Today we're breaking down the Nike GT Jump 2s. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Zach here with Tamsters Kicks. Today we are breaking down the Nike GT Jump 2s. Finally coming out. We've had the GT Cuts come out in different models, the GT Runs, but we finally have the second model of the GT Jumps. I'm excited. Nike athletes have been having some fire shoes come out, had a different players playing in some different shoes. We've seen the GT Cuts take off crazy all around the world. So the GT Jumps, not as popular, but we have these ones in today. I know a lot of bigs like to play them, but we're gonna break them down. If you guys haven't seen a video today, something like a basketball shoe from me, I've done a lot of them in the past, but today we're gonna break down traction, cushion, materials, support, all that good stuff. I just barely posted Luka 2s. I just had the Zoom Freak 5s. Super excited for those, but before we get into these ones today, check out some of my other videos after this one today, and make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's YouTube, you know what to do, but let's get into it. Nike is back again with a very crazy, interesting iteration on their GT line. This is the Nike GT Jump 2, retail at $180, pretty high, but it has a lot of different tech specs, different materials, stuff like that. Of course, I'm going to get into that today, but the GT Cut 2, like I mentioned, the GT Cut model specifically has been the most successful out of the Run, the Jump right here, and then the Cut model. They're kind of made for different playing styles. This one's definitely more of a bigger, more like jump out the gym, kind of heavier, like 4 or 5. As far as like the GT Cuts have been kind of like the 1s and 2s, your point guards really, and then a lot of forwards playing like these or the Runs. But I mean, overall, a lot of different tech specs on here. These ones a lot different than the GT Jump ones, so let's get into it. The traction has a traditional herringbone traction with data-tested design aspects. You have a lot of linear, lateral lines across that traction system. It's supposed to give you pretty good grip across the floor. I felt like it did a pretty good job. My playing style is definitely not stay on the ground, get up. I'm definitely a side-to-side, shifty mover. So for my guards out there, you might not love this shoe the most. I feel like there's not a lot of I like when shoes kind of have a little more traction up the lateral and medial sides as well as on this back heel, but it's really traditional linear lateral movements, jump here, stationary stuff like that. So not as good in the shifty aspect, but the traction system does feel pretty nice. With the cushion, you have 3 different aspects of Zoom Air all across these. You have the bottom layer. This is kind of interesting. That bottom layer, then you have 2 separate jump pads right here. You have that back heel unit here with that Nike React foam, super nice, and it's just supposed to really help with your jump system. That's the main aspect of course, the Nike GT Jump. But they combine these 2 pads here in the forefoot with the Nike React foam here to really spring you. And I mean, you definitely get a lot of energy absorption jumping up and down. I definitely felt that playing in them. It's not as much as my style, like I said, but for a 4 or a 5, my power forwards and centers, you would really, I think, benefit from a shoe like this. That's really what that Nike React foam is for, is that energy absorption to help you when you plant, get all that stuff in here and then take off again. And I really liked it on there. And I mean, not my playing style, like I said, but the jump plate, the 2 pads, the Nike React definitely provided a pretty good spark. Materials, you have a lightweight design for all the different aspects that go across the shoe. So pretty crazy how actually lightweight this shoe is for being, 1, a high top, 2, having 3 different aspects in that cushioning system, and then a different mesh upper as well, but it's pretty freaking lightweight. And I mean, that exoskeleton, you can see it's using a lot of negative space. You have the cutouts everywhere. It's given Jordan 36s, how they have that that middle part that's cut out of there. They do that negative space to create a lighter material, lighter feel of the shoe. And as far as that mesh goes as well, that definitely contributes too, because you have a really lightweight, breathable mesh here. It's also kind of similar to the Jordan 36 now that I think about it, all across here. And then the tongue is pretty mesh and uniform, and then it has a cutout here, a little more negative space, I would say, but no, not much purpose, I would say, to that part here, but the tongue does feel really nice because it is super thin and lightweight. The fit is definitely true to size, I would say. It is a bigger shoe. If you kind of like a little more room, I would go up. That mesh isn't as gonna stretch as much as I'd say. It's kind of again, the Jordan 36, that mesh didn't stretch very much. I went up a half size. I definitely could have got away with going true to size, so I'd probably stay true to size with these as well. The support, a really good part up here on the tongue area. These laces go through the lateral and medial webs. It hooks very well, hooks the mesh together from side to side, brings the tongue, incorporates it very well. You also have a little bit of a different like cutout into the shoe. You kind of have that sock unit more just along the upper part. That's kind of what this system is here. The laces at this top toggle part are a little bit of a different cutout, and then you can kind of feel it goes into like the mesh here. So that just kind of keeps you wrapped all together, and I did like how it felt on the foot. I mean, overall, I was actually a little more surprised that I liked these as much as I did. I didn't think I was gonna like them like in any way, but for a guard, they might not be the best like playing style. I definitely prefer like a Zoom Freak 5 or like a Luka, but overall, they have done like a pretty good job like over like playing my expectations on them. Traction, we're giving it a 7.5. I was just not impressed by it. I didn't really like how it felt on my foot, and I think that's a playing style thing, but it's just a pretty basic, simple rubber like traction pattern, nothing to it, so I didn't like it that much. Cushion, 8.5 out of 10 though. I thought you were jumping out the gym with that React and the 2 pads here, so I actually did really like the cushion on it. Materials, fit, and support, we're all giving an 8 out of 10. It's just kind of a little more average. The materials, I'm not like the biggest fan of the mesh. I kind of like feeling a little more of the shoe on me. It does feel nice to have like a lighter weight feel, but I don't feel as secure when I'm like shifting side to side in a mesh style shoe. I kind of prefer the Kyrie models, Jason Tatum models, Kobe models that are kind of just like more uniform material all around the shoe. I like that. The fit, just pretty solid true to size, so nothing like pretty much to complain about with there. And then support, I think it might be a little too much just for a guard. If you guys are big out there, my 4s, my 5s, definitely check this shoe out because it might really like benefit with your playing style, your game. I would definitely say if you're one that crashes the glass a lot, if you are a good like post worker, stuff like that, if you get down in the blocks, in the paint, I would look at this shoe because definitely help with quick like energy absorption, jumping, get rebounds, stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about the GT Jump 2s down in the comments. Let me know what other shoes you guys are looking at, want me to check out, but we'll see you on the next one.